What's good, troopers? There's finally some new content coming to Galaxy of Heroes. They've just announced a brand new ship, so let me get up on the screen. Let's have a quick look at this. We got the Rebel Y-Wing coming to the game, and clearly, if you're going to bring out a Rebel ship, it's got to be territory battles related, in my opinion. Let's go through the kit. So the basic: deal physical damage to target enemy, and it gains taunt until the start of its next turn if it didn't already have it. Special 1, cooldown 3, dispel all buffs on the target enemy, inflict shield disruption for 2 turns, then deal physical damage to them. Y-Wing gains taunt for 2 turns, and disruption is protection is disabled, immune to protection up, and bonus protection. So evidently it's a Houndstooth killer, and the prime place where Houndstooth really causes a problem for anybody is probably the first combat mission in Lightside Geonosis territory battles. Even with my strategy, the one I showed you guys with Negotiator, the one particular phase where that is really dicey is phase 1 because of the Houndstooth. If you don't land buff immunity, or if Kenobi goes before Anakin, you end up wasting the assist. Without buff immunity being present, things can get ugly incredibly quickly. This looks like the answer. I mean, if it's immune to protection up and bonus protection, you're able to just take away Houndstooth's shield. It can't heal itself when we hit it, and we can just swarm it down in seconds, as long as your Rebel fleet actually has some sort of, some sort of punch to it, some decent power to the offense. Like the offensive ships, the likes of Cassian and Millennium Falcon and Wedge and stuff like that, you should just absolutely melt the ship. Let's have a look at the unique as well. Rebel allies recover 20% protection whenever a Rebel ally is critically hits an enemy. Okay. If the capital ship is Rebel, the Y-Wing has 30% potency and 35% chance to assist other Rebels when they attack out of turn. And well, let's face it, the faction attacks constantly. I wonder if that actually, obviously, because when he's attacking out of turn, he's using the basic. Is that just going to give us perma-taunt? That could be so annoying, especially once the stars are high and the ship is incredibly tanky. You're going to be stuck on it for quite a while if that's the case. And the reinforcement: enter the battle, Rebels gain 3% crit chance for each Rebel ally until the Y-Wing is defeated. That's not really all that impressive. I get the feeling this is going to be the new starter ship. Then you can possibly fly bigs in. Probably start Falcon, Bistan, and this. I mean, that sounds pretty good. This will taunt, Bistan can hide, and Falcon can hide anyway with its buff. So they're going to have to go at this even when taunt isn't present yet. Then you can shut down Houndstooth, completely destroy it, wipe it out fast, and just go full swarm on whatever remains. Then you can start flying in your actual attackers, the likes of, bring Cassian and take off their buffs on anyone that's remaining, wipe them out. Bring in Phantoms so you can get an additional reinforcement, get Wedge in to land a huge shot on anyone with debuffs. This could be a game-changing ship, and I really do. So he likes it and he wants it. I'm there with you, buddy. This really does feel like this is geared towards Lightside Geonosis territory battles, in my opinion, and really the Rebels have needed that. I've seen some really good Rebel fleets do absolutely nothing in those combat missions and just get melted. And then Mace doesn't really perform that well either. It can be very touch and go with him. So everything that falls on Negotiator, and not everyone has 7-star Negotiator. A lot of people went Malevolence first. So this could go a long way to actually giving Rebels some purpose in that much desperately needed fleet when it comes to that territory battles. I mean, one of them, the special mission, is Negotiator. So you're going to need a Rebel fleet there, at least, because all the best Republic ships are already taken, so it's not like you can really use Mace. So let's have a look at their insights. What are they saying? To boost the Rebel fleet with a new debuff, it's clear that is the be-all and end-all of this ship, and it looks really, really good. Crew the ship, just the same as the previous Y-Wing. Straightforward kit, which I love. Straightforward kits, they can, as long as they actually take time to look at the interactions with the characters already in the game, straightforward kits still work. They don't need to be as long as, a freaking dictionary. We don't need Lord of the Rings for a kit. You just need simplicity and to bring in something that's missing from said faction. And this is what's missing, because Biggs really doesn't do much in the way of a good job as a tank anymore. Biggs' use is just long gone, in my opinion. Consistently gains taunt by utilizing attack out of turn. So I guess that answers my question from earlier. I guess with those assists, you will constantly regain taunt from using that basic. That's good that it's not just on his turn. Helps Wowing stay in the fight, taking hits for the team. Provides cover fire. Yes, so it looks like I got the gist of the kit. It was a very simple kit. And what's their inspiration then? Cult favorite. Not really seeing a lot of great stuff here. Malevolence's ultimate weapon is an ion weapon. I wanted to create a toned down version of that. Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting. What are their ship suggestions? What squad do they say? Han, Bistan, and Biggs. Yeah, pretty standard then. You would fly Biggs in at some point, take some of the pressure off him. But at the same time, Biggs isn't going to get smoked because he's gonna have somebody helping distract the enemy while you keep his protection there. While you keep landing those target locks and keeping them alive. Can make the starting fleet difficult to defeat quickly. Yeah, because normally rebels just melt. They absolutely melt. You can swarm them, even though when you're using something like Negotiator, when you land too many debuffs, the fleet automatically cleanses them once you go over 2. They can still go down really, really quickly, and now that's not going to be the case. This Y-Wing's going to be a pain, man. It's really going to be a pain. You can also use Ghost in place of Bistan's U-Wing if your fleet isn't focused on target lock to keep Biggs healthy. And then use Phantom as a later reinforcement. I've never really used the Ghost myself, but it is a pretty solid ship. I mean, you get that additional tenacity boost and stuff from it. But yeah, I mean, this really is going to change the way that the Rebel fleet is going to function. I'm very excited for this to come. I really do wish I could wail on it. I'm gonna have to do a stream, I think, try and when it comes out, try and raise a little bit of funds so I can get some extra stars on this. I get a feeling this is going to really change things. Especially for those combat missions in Lightside TB. Let me know what you think, guys. I think that's about covered this. It's clearly the ultimate Houndstooth killer. We don't have a good tank to use the rebels in TB, and now we do. As long, I mean, we don't see the health and protection and stuff on it, but I assume it's going to be pretty tanky once it's 7-star, just like the Republic one is. So as long as it's pretty darn tanky, this is going to be a game-changing ship that we've all been waiting for to make this territory battle just a smidge easier. Because, man, this TB is rough. It is really, really rough unless you're able to be full Kraken Relic 7 on everything. So let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Be sure to like the video. And, wow, finally some new content for this game.